Nice, aye. So we left the city behind us. We're really not that far. We're on the North River Esk, which is just down below me. We did a little bit of foraging in the nearby glen, and we've garnered some of our wild garlic, which we've made into a really beautiful recipe, a wild garlic pesto, which we'll show you a little bit later. We've come into a patch of wild garlic, so just take a little leaf here. This is what we're going to be using for the wild garlic pesto. We'll share the recipe a little bit later among some other recipes you can use with the wild garlic. But just being in this little section here, the smell is so insatiable, and maybe you can see just beside me we've got some of our bluebells that are blanketing the glen at the moment. Sadly this will all go in the next couple of weeks, so best to make use of it while it's still here. Aye, so this is the wild garlic pesto. Now just from the neighbouring glen we gathered the wild garlic. We only needed a few handfuls. Combined it with the clove of the real McCoy, the bulb of garlic. Add some rapeseed oil, almonds, toasted almonds, and pretty much blitz it up. It's extremely pungent, and you'll find that all across the forest at the moment we have tons of this wild garlic, and it's such a great thing just to add along to your meals and really kind of bulk them out with this rich flavour. Also, if you're running around through the forest, you tend to find there's lots of insects, particularly ticks, and rumour has it if you eat enough of this stuff they'll stay well clear. Oh, it's pungent. So we couldn't find a smaller pot, but this is like a therapeutic game, which is just never quite succeeding in getting all of this spaghetti in. But we're just going to cook it for 10 minutes and then add it alongside our homemade pesto. Should be ready soon. Not always, but occasionally we try to cook it along with the forest juju, just for added flavour. So typically you'll find little bits of debris from the forest. They just give it an authenticity that the pasta alone wouldn't quite muster. It's actually been surprisingly fast. This little burner is packing a punch, and just try to avoid the temptation of over stirring this, but only a kind of dull neurosis to try and get all of the bark out of it would be the only thing to stop me. There we go. Very nice. So here we go. This is the finished product. We have our al dente linguine and our wild garlic pesto. So it looks delicious. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. We've made it back home, and we're just going to run through the recipe for the wild garlic pesto for those that are interested. In here we have the ingredients for the wild garlic pesto. We've got 150 grams of wild garlic. We've got 1 clove of regular garlic. We've got the zest of a lemon, preferably unwaxed unless you like your microplastics. We've got 50 grams of toasted almonds. You could use other nuts, perhaps a pine nut or pecan, whatever you've got in your larder. We then have 120 mils of olive oil. We're going to add a little bit extra right at the very end. And we've got 50 grams of vegetarian parmesan. If you want to do the vegan option, you can change that out and you can put 50 grams of, say, nutritional yeast. Then we're going to put this into the blender. So this is our finished product.
This is an adaptation of the BBC Good Food recipe, and if you've missed any of the ingredients or the order, I'll share it in the comments section down below. As for the foraging of the wild garlic, you can do that here in Scotland from April right the way through to June. So if you're watching this now, it's possible to grab the last remaining wild garlic, if you're able to do so. The reason I love to use it is it's linked to many different herbal remedies. It's often sought after as a good cure and remedy for stomach illnesses and for skin disorders. And even from a traditional folklore perspective, wild garlic was used by soldiers. It was believed that if soldiers were to chew on the leaves of the wild garlic, it would lead them to victory. Obviously, if the other side had done it as well, it would be bloody pointless. But it's a nice idea. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give us a like, share and subscribe. And enjoy the next chance you get to make this wild garlic pesto.